timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Rush in. Ready, hunt.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Way enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Run. Zebra. Play. 42. Max 40. Go.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. It's complete to Graham. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play.
Right there. Check.
Here's Tannehill being chased out left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Forced out to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake
21.
coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On second down, here's Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Hey, gun.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Left. Hey, gun.
To throw again is Ryan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive.
11. 25. 21. Check. Motion. Wait.
On first down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Gore. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Hey, 20. Hip. Set, lady. Go. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Watch the screen. Pass. There you go, tiger, tiger, tiger.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. For the Falcons, Charles, we've talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
11. Left. Gun, gun, gun.
On second down, Freeman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gun, gun, gun. Space, space. Kill.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Tuesday. Let it go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
3 down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go. It's run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught out Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, it's Drake. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Sanders' kick is good, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Now Ryan on second down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
21.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. Again, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because we think you need to.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Ryan will throw again. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 8 yards out, and the Falcons have broken our tie. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant Giants extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he'd been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's up.
And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Going deep here for Still. And got his man complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
We're all walking. Check your backer.
On first down, Drake. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Right back to Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs.
21.
You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra.
Hey, let's go. Gun. Got it. Ooh, Eddie. Wait.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Gun. Hey, Tuesday. Tuesday. Mike 55. Left. Yo. Gun. Hedge. Go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Gun. Wait.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Three deal. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
11. Blue 80. Shit. 11. Hey, South. Bang. 11. 20. Go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps.
Right. Check. Check 31.
They'll run here with Freeman. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Tight right.
They come out here in the I.
25. Check 3.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
4 down.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Ryan. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brooks Reed in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a death, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38.
Run.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game.
Hey, express. Hey.
A handoff to Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. P